Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert Adam Duran answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
All right, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
All right, super excited about today's topic.
Me too. I'm chomping at the bit.
All right, get to chomping. Let's get this going.
All right, yeah. So today I wanted to talk about Google Q&As, what they are, why you should take advantage of them, and how to start doing so. Okay, ever heard of Google Q&As?
I have.
Oh, really? Can you tell me where?
Yeah, on your Google My Business, there's a question and answer section, and you can, people can ask questions of you, and then you can answer them or keep on going.
Yeah, that's it. Actually, it's weird. This is not part of your actual listing that when you log into Google, your Google My Business. This is actually a public question and answer forum that comes up underneath your listing when you search for it. So you search for your business name, you'll see your photos in the top right-hand corner. Under there, that's called the knowledge panel. Right under that knowledge panel, you'll see questions to the business. And so you can look there. A lot of times businesses will have a bunch of questions that, interested customers have asked, but nobody has answered. So you really, as a business owner, you want to first take a look there. If you have any questions with no answers, you can answer those. Definitely. You want to do that. And then after that, the first thing you should do when you see that area is you'll look for something that says, know this place, ? And then share the latest info. You can click on that link and Google will ask you a series of questions about the location. A lot of it is right now, it's accessibility questions. So is it wheelchair accessible? Bathrooms are wheelchair accessible, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So you start off by answering those questions. Okay?
Yep.
All right. Next, you're going to go through, and the cool thing about this part of your Google listing is that you can ask questions too, and then you can answer them. So that way you're not just depending on any Joe Blow off the street to ask you a question about your business. You can kind of think about, as the owner of your business, what questions are the most common. So you want to make a list of those questions. You can go to your staff, ask them, hey, what are some common questions that we always hear? Get a list of those together, maybe even ask some clients that you trust. Hey, what are some questions that you had about our business before you brought us on? Something like that. Then make a list of those questions, write out your answers, and then put them into that question and answer format on your listing.
So you could pretty much use your FAQ that may be already on your website and just kind of cut and paste in there.
Yeah, definitely you can. And the cool thing about this part of your listing, it's weird because it's not really part of your listing, but it is. The great part of it is people can upvote. They can like your answer or they can not like your answer. And so that way you can get some feedback, and then the questions with the most answers that are liked, those will appear higher up. So those are the ones that Google knows you'll be, those are the most relevant. And so it's cool. And yes, you definitely should get those questions from your own website if you have one, if you have an FAQ on your website, and put them up on your Google listing.
Are there, is it just a text response? Can you use other media?
No, yes, it's only a text response. So you can't put any URLs in there. So you can't say, hey, check our page for this answer. You have to actually put the answer there. And, if you put a phone number, it's not like it's hyperlinked to a phone call or something like that. You can put in that kind of stuff and then, tell people copy and paste. But it is text only. Good question. You can't put
Well,
any photos or anything like that.
because Google listens to this podcast, I will recommend that you could put in a audio response and possibly a video response.
That'd be great too.
Get on it,
Right.
Google.
Right. So why does Google have this feature? That's one of the questions that I wanted to answer. All of these parts of your Google listing, they increase dwell time. That means the amount of time that a user is going to be looking at your profile. So we know that the longer they're there looking at your profile, the more likely they're going to pick up the phone or reach out to you for your service. So that's why having all of these parts of your listing filled out completely, that helps your business. And then by extension, of course, it helps Google because you're staying on Google. You're not leaving Google to go to that website. You're getting great use out of Google, and eventually Google knows, you're going to click on one of their ads somewhere. That's why this is increasing, and that's why both of us, the business owner and Google, has a great interest in having this part of your listing filled out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. And lastly, what I wanted to say is also, maybe not last, but these answers, your answers are actually crazily, they could show up in search results. So what that means is you're going to have to put in your answers some keywords that people are using to find your business. So those keywords, it's another place for keywords. So why not put a ton in there? Don't, spam them, but include those keywords in the appropriate places. We recommend for every business at least 20 questions and answers. More is always better. So this is a great place for you to put keywords, because if somebody asks that specific question on Google in the search results, your answer could show up, and that could, that always helps you.
Well, that makes sense. Do you recommend they do it per location?
Yes, every location that you have. Good question. Every location that you have should have the Q&As filled out. Start with, like I said, share the latest info. Then the next thing, what are your hours? Who do you serve? How do you serve? Those really basic fundamental parts of your business. You want to answer those in that area.
Okay.
And I think that makes sense. So what's weird though sometimes is you want to be careful, because some of your happy customers, if you say, for example, you're a restaurant, other people are going to be answering those questions. So for you to be notified that you're getting those questions on your Google listing, you want to download the Google My Business app. And you can download that to your phone and then register it, basically go through the registration process. And then whenever you have a question, it'll pop up on your phone. You'll have a notification. And then that way you can answer that right away. You don't want to have an angry customer answer that question, and you don't want to have just like a lazy customer answer that question. You want to give the best answer. So that means first and fast.
Well, in our case, it'd be an angry competitor.
Yes, that's always, and when that happens, and it does, that you can flag that answer, and then eventually Google may take it off, but sometimes they're not. And but you can downvote it. You can unlike or dislike that
Strongly
answer.
dislike.
Strongly is not in there, but dislike you can get you and a bunch of your Google friends to downvote that answer, and then upvote yours. That's how we do it.
Come on this podcast and ask my friends who are listening, and Google, please take that away. Thank you.
All right. So make sure that you have a bunch of questions and answers. Get them from your staff, from your significant other, from your other partners in your business. Make a list, put it up there, and Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle. That came from from what?
I love Australia. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
That's right.
That's all I got for today.
Ooh, we're ending early. Man, we must have a party coming up.
This one's in 10.
All right. Well, very good. Make sure to share this out with any business owners you have. You know what else is really helpful? Share it out to other podcast hosts that you may listen to. They would find this extremely useful. And I'm sure Adam would love to help other podcasters as well.
Yep.
But make sure to rate and review this on whatever platform you are listening to. And looking forward to next week's tip.
Yes. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great week.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.